Hello, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. Today, playing the latest build of the Selesnya Lifegain deck in Historic Best of 3. This one was put together by Altheriac, who has claimed the #1 spot in Mythic. Apparently with this deck, it is featuring the card Voice of the Blessed from Crimson Vow, a very powerful upgrade for this deck. Now, I've done a more in-depth breakdown of the deck in another video. I'll post a link to that in the description, and there's also an annotation that should take you to that if you want to check it out. Otherwise, let's get into some games. All right, time to do some busted things with life gain in Historic. This deck, I suspect it's going to be functioning very well now. Well, we have kind of the start of the combo, but we definitely need to draw one of the enablers. Do got a little bit of removal, so I do think I'm going to keep this hand and see what the opponent's up to. They are on elves, okay? So might actually get just run over before the turn 4, where we need to go out with these cards. Oh, sweet. Okay. I've seen this deck featured somewhere. I saw the deck tech, and it looked super neat. I might just get punished super hard for keeping a very, very sketchy hand, and probably need to go out with the Skyclave Apparition next turn to kill the Storm Charge Slasher, because that thing is going to keep dunking on me. Okay. Yeah, this is just a really neat, aggressive Gruul strategy. Unfortunately, 3 land draws in a row really put a dampen the mood, to say the least. But the opponent very quickly passed the turn there, so making me think they might not have anything. There's the Prosperous Innkeeper. I can actually put out the Heliod now with the treasure token. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. So they got to deal with this Prosperous Innkeeper. If they don't, things get funky real quickly. Okay, well, do they have... Okay, lame. Yeah. So the opponent definitely saw what was going on there and didn't want anything to do with it. I kind of think maybe the Archons of Absolution could be good in this matchup. I'm not sure if I even need them, though. It might just be assemble the... You know what? I think it's just assemble the combo. We're going to leave it the way it is. Yeah. All right. Might actually be able to squeeze a few more than 3 games out of this deck simply because of how strong it is. All right, get to see the new card in action. Kind of. The mana's a little bit awkward with 2 overgrown farmlands because it says it enters the battlefield tapped unless you control 2 or more lands, meaning we can lead on the plains, but then on turn 2, one of these is going to come in tapped unless we draw another land, meaning we can't get out the Voice or the Moon Dancer. Opponent taking a little bit of damage, putting out a Land War Elf again. Alright. Hoping to draw a land. If I do, I think I'll probably go out with Moon Dancer. Got the same opening. Wow. Really love this card. I'm glad to see more people are playing more games with it now. We miss, and we're gonna flip the opponent's Moon or Stormseeker, helping out the opponent, but it might turn out to be almost a mirror of the last game. Just play the Skyclave Apparition, eat the Storm Charge Slasher again. As much as I would love to block, I don't think I can. Okay. So gain a little bit of life. And not going to attack because this veteran is actually very important. I do have the other one. Now I'm wondering what I should do. I think I might just go out veteran and the Moon Dancer. Get a couple of scries. Make sure I'm hitting my land drops. And just make a really hard blocker for the opponent to deal with. And then... The Scurry Oak is not really going to be in danger, I think, and we have a backup, so I feel like I'm pretty confident in this one. Yeah, the last time I played this deck, it was not as well tuned as this version is. Carnage Tyrant's super cool, not going to be good enough. Yeah, let's go Scurry Oak first. Yep. Sure. Want the lands. Yeah, it wasn't nearly as well tuned as this version of the deck is. This one, so far it feels really good. And of course the new Voice of the Blessed I think is going to be very great. But I felt like a bad guy when I played that last time, or this deck the last time. Winning with Heliod and Scurry Oak is kind of lame, but, you know, it's what it is. The opponent's doing super cool things. It's a big Carnage Tyrant. I will take 9. So this card, noob 1, the Caretaker at the beginning of combat, put 2 +1/+1 counters on another creature you control. Okay, Heliod to the field. Gain life. Here we go. Yep. Feel like a big man. All right, next one. Well, that first game definitely showed the power of this Selesnya lifegain deck. Game 1, I definitely kept a very sketchy hand that should have been punished. Still managed to find a way to win through everything the opponent was throwing at me. And then, yeah, that's fine. And then game 2, just same kind of thing. The opponent had a really powerful board, but what do they do in the face of the Heliod Scurry Oak combo? It's just kind of too much, isn't it? I really wonder if this is going to stick around, because I know they got rid of a similar combo in Modern. Was it Modern? Where they banned Walking Ballista. Am I misremembering things? I'm sure Teferi will let me know. But I do remember that combo being very powerful, and I think they dealt with it somehow. So we're against an Arclight Phoenix deck, meaning they're going to have ways of dealing with our small things. I think this matchup's going to be a lot harder than the previous matchup. Kind of hoping that I'm able to find Collected Company so that I can maybe squeak in a couple of important cards. Unfortunately, not the case. Do I want to risk putting out the Scurry Oak? Yeah, okay. This might be a mistake, but try it out anyways. Gain a little bit of life. See what the opponent has. Maybe that was wrong, because if I draw the Moondancer or Moondancer or Voice of the Blessed, it would have been really good to have that Scurry Oak in hand to be able to play it out afterwards and gain even more life, pumping up the Voice or the Moondancer. But yeah, now that I'm thinking about it more and more, putting out the Scurry Oak was probably just, it's not going to do anything. Do they attack in? If you're wondering about the new pet, here's the frog. I think it looks super cool. It doesn't do anything though, which very disappointing. So I'm going to put this out and pass the turn. Unfortunately, not really drawing a relevant card, but I think the same logic applies. I'm going to keep the Innkeeper in hand just in case I draw Moondancer or Voice. I really like the Voice of the Blessed just because it would be kind of cool to see it in action. And I think this deck will have a very hard time dealing with the Voice of the Blessed if I can get it up to 10, obviously. Indestructible is not all-powerful. There are plenty of things to deal with indestructible 2 CMC creatures in the format. But out of red and blue, they can bounce it. I don't know if the Izzet decks play bounce spells, though. But I believe they don't. Might just be in trouble here because the opponent seems to be on the Arclight Phoenix plan. They have 2 of them in the graveyard, possibly more to come if they have another Faithless Looting. Okay, so I basically have to find the combo here, otherwise done. No, find this. So there's the what I was talking about. I can at least gain some amount of life to maybe stay alive. No, that's not going to be good. Ooh. You know what? I think the Collected Company is probably going to be the best thing to keep on the top of the deck. It'll give me the most chances at finding a Heliod. Yeah. Still, they could very easily kill me next turn. There are lots of ways for them to deal 17 damage. They already have 11 damage on the field. Finding 6 more is not going to be that difficult, especially if they can put another card in the graveyard to give Delirium to the Dragon Rage Channeler. I think I'm just dead here, honestly, because this is another 3. They need to find 3 more damage. I think. I'm assuming that this is going to have Delirium after Faithless Looting resolves. And 3 damage, or 3 more spells with 2 mana open. They haven't played a mana yet. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Gonna be close. This one, really, really tight. They could still have something to kill the Scurry Oak. Okay. I will put this out. I don't think it's going to be too important. They might have a Spell Pierce, though. And I do have the treasure, though. Okay. They have the Unholy Heat, though. Oh, no! So, it's okay. It's very okay, in fact. Yeah. Sure. Don't want that. So this Moon Dancer is just going to kill them. And I'm going to be able to give it lifelink, so... Yeah. Unless they have a bounce spell. They could have still had something with the 1 island open. Opponent did all they could. That's for sure. So Spell Pierce definitely coming in. I like Thalia in this matchup. I think that's probably all I need. What is coming out? I'm not super hot on Skyclave Apparitions in this matchup. The Skyclave Apparition, they're cool for removing some annoying... Well, could get rid of... What is it called? Sprite Dragon. Yeah, maybe it's not too important, though. And I think I'll go down maybe a Lunarch Veteran. Try like that. I'm not sure what kind of silver bullets the Izzet Phoenix deck will have for my strategy. I'm sure they have some game plan. Be nice to see what they're up to. Scurry Oak and Heliod combo right there. So if I can find another way of enabling life gain, should be okay. Still, they're going to have instant speed removal for a lot of the things I put on the field. So it's not going to go as smoothly as I would hope it to. Fatal Passage for the opponent. Really disappointed in this frog. Come on, do something. The frog just looks annoyed every time I poke him. Even the bat flies around and does neat things. This thing just... Okay. Thalia to the field, make them deal with it. It's a very annoying card for them. They could just blast it this turn, which is fine, but it's a removal that they could have used against the Scurry Oak. Okay. Just lead out with Heliod, I suppose. Get it on the field because it'll be useful at some point in the game. And then I'm not sure if I want to put out the Scurry Oaks just yet. I think probably Thalia next turn will be a better option to get on the field. Okay. Thalia is going to make it a little bit more difficult for them to get both of these Arclight Phoenixes out of the graveyard. They have the Abrade, though. They did have to pay 3 for that, so I suspect no Phoenixes are coming. Need to find some action here. That is the actionist of action. I could do it right now and possibly just go infinite if I hit another Scurry Oak and something on the ground. Are they playing counterspells? I don't know. Okay. So Voice of the Blessed and Soul Warden, I'm having trouble doing it. So it's a 4/4. It'll have Flying and Vigilance soon enough, and if they prioritize killing the Voice of the Blessed over the Soul Warden, next turn I can go out with 2 Scurry Oaks and probably just win the game at that point. Okay, so it is now Vigilance and Flying. That's insane. This deck is maybe too much. They might have Unholy Heat. It'll deal 6 damage to the Voice right now. No. All right. Pretty cool. Sure. Here we go. Let's see if the opponent is going to just concede or if they're going to make me click through everything. Time to fast forward. Okay, 50 is a nice round number, and let's gain a little bit more life. So you got to suspect or expect to find opponents that obviously don't like this combo. I don't like this combo personally. It's part of the game, though. It should exist. Combos should always exist in Magic. It is part of the game, and it's a part of the game that people like. But expect your opponents to, I'm going to start making more, to make you play through it every once in a while. For the most part, I would say like 80% of the time when you assemble this combo, your opponents will concede and let you move on with things. But you're always going to find at least someone that's going to not be super happy about losing to this combo, reasonably so, and then you got to play it out. So they have 2 cards in hand. We have a 41/41 indestructible. Oh, they found the... Okay, that's cool. Can I save my Soul Warden? I don't think I can. Okay. Let them hit me for 4. Cool. Hey, up into Diamond, carried by the lame combo. Next one. Okay, game 3 with more life gain so far only winning through the combo. I kept a hand like this before and it worked out, but I don't think I'm that lucky. I will put it back. That's much worse. Much, much, much worse. Okay, let's see what the deck can do when we have to go down a whole bunch of cards. Do I want to keep... I think I want to keep the Prosperous Innkeeper. Or, sorry, the Scurry Oak over the Soul Warden. And then try to find a land so that we can go 2, 3, 4. You don't like seeing the Inquisition of Kozilek when you've mulliganed down to 5. That hurts just a little bit. If they don't take the Scurry Oak, I'm going to assume they have some removal for it. Okay. Yeah, Prosperous Innkeeper was definitely the thing to take. Getting the treasure token is very valuable. Okay. Do I want to rush out the Scurry Oak? I'm not really sure I do. So I think I'm just going to put that in tapped, pass to the opponent, and try to get up to 4 mana for a Collected Company. They are on Vampires. Cool. They must have a Vampire to put in. Oh. Wow, they are... Ooh. Ooh, what was that graphical glitch there? Ooh. Alright, well... Skycliff Apparition, pretty good here, eating the Sorin. This Planeswalker is quite powerful. The -3 in particular is very strong. If they can cheat in a big 5 or 6 CMC Vampire with that. Okay. So Cemetery Gatekeeper, very interesting new card. Whenever a player plays or casts a spell that shares a type with Cleric, or human now. Sorry, creature. So any creatures are going to deal 2 damage to each us. I do have Collected Company mana now. I'm wondering if I should go out with the Scurry Oak first. So if I hit very well with the Collected Company, I just win on the spot. If I save the Scurry Oak, I'm gonna save the Scurry Oak, I think. Yeah. We'll Coco and then next turn, Scurry. Hopefully they don't have an Inquisition. Sure. Okay. Pretty cool. I like Cemetery Gatekeeper a lot. I like seeing it in Vampires. Okay. So, do I just try to win? Let's see if they have the removal for it. They do. Nice. Let's kill that. Good game. Okay. Hello, Infinite Life Crutch. So what do I want to bring in against Vampires? Kind of wish this were a Wrath of God right now. So Archon could make attacking very awkward for them. I don't think most of these cards are not going to be too useful. Yeah, let's bring in the Cleansing Novas. Take out 1 copy of the Lunarch Veteran and take out 1 copy of the Moon Dancer, I think. This deck, definitely one of those decks. That was a Multi 5. Keep that in mind. That's pretty nutso. And the opponent had the turn 1 Thoughts Inquisition. So the power of this deck is pretty insane. Lead out with the Veteran. Somebody that gets really good at this deck knows the sideboarding plans very well, can obviously navigate through these games a little bit more effectively. This deck is going to be so powerful. Situations. Don't know if it matters. So put out the Prosperous Innkeeper, gain a little bit of life, and then set up for a Collected Company on the following turn, and then the Scurry Oak. So as long as this hits a Heliod, we are golden. Okay. Do they have another removal spell for the Prosperous Innkeeper? Awesome. Okay. Slowing things down ever so slightly. Well, bad guy. However, good guy. So, go out with the Heliod. Do I want to put out a Soul Warden? No. Yeah, Grafdigger's Cage, a card that you have to expect to go up against. Definitely needs Skyclave Apparitions. Which, now that I'm thinking, taking out the Skyclave Apparition in that one game may have been a pretty foolish thing to do. Drawing a land there was very, very good. Nice. Okay. Easy game. This deck's so stupid. I think there's no need to play anymore. The deck has proven itself. Go to a wrap up. Okay, so if you are looking to climb the ladder very quickly, if you are desperate for some wins, I think this is probably a pretty good deck to be crafting. It's super powerful. Voice of the Blessed, super great addition to the deck. Not necessary. The deck functions perfectly well without it. It's just some extra sauce. It's a better Ajani's Pridemate, pretty much in every way. And it's going to be a pretty good card to have in the arsenal. I think the better newer print is actually Lunarch Veteran, a card that I kind of overlooked from Midnight Hunt. Just having another Soul Warden effect in the one slot is absolutely massive. It has the added benefit of being able to disturb it as well, which is not too important, but it's something. It's just a really great card overall. So, Scurry Oak and Heliod combo, pretty broken. Play it if you want to win. Take care for now. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.